Hello everyone! Welcome back to more Valiant Hearts, The Great War. Let me just set things up so that those who are in the VC in the server can watch it live instead of having to watch the stream. There we are. Alright, with that, welcome back to more Valiant Hearts, The Great War. Last time, we got into the story of this game, which is basically a World War I story with multiple characters. There's a lot of little puzzles and it's side-scrolling. Go back and watch the first episode for a full debrief. I'm sorry I'm not able to give a full debrief because I am tired. I got 4 hours of sleep last night and I am currently running on 1 chocolate bar and some water. So, let's get to it, shall we? Before I go absolutely insane. When we last left off, we just started Chapter 2. I'm sorry for putting this off for so long. It's just been
Anna
busy.
was training to be a veterinarian when the war broke out. The Germans were only 20 miles from Paris when she received a letter from her father. He was in good health, but implored her not to return home to Belgium until the war's end. Patience, however, was not one of Anna's strong suits.
That pigeon's freaking stole our key! September 6th, 1914. Okay. Go back inside. Pick up some rocks. There's the button. Okay, an inkwell. Ballpoint pens weren't developed until 1950s and 60s. So, back in World War I and World War II, you used a quill or a nib to write letters. Ink was poured into an inkwell where the quill could be dipped into and just written on the page. We need the key from the bird, don't we? What's the button to throw the rock? Ah, okay. And bullseye. Give me that.
Or he pursued the soul.
Knocked something down from there. Oh, a piece of paper. What's this? Letter from a Belgian civilian in Paris. Dear parents, we fled our land before the German advance to take shelter in a France with the children. Unfortunately, the Germans keep coming forward and Paris is practically under siege. If Paris falls, we shall return home to Liege. Your dearest daughter, Matilda. Okay. Something's going on outside. Parisian taxis have been requisitioned. Oh yeah! I forgot this was a thing. Back in the day, well, simply put, they basically requisitioned taxis to move troops around, which was ingenious. Broken watch strap. Watch strap broken by a motor crank handle. Before battery ignition was developed, motor cars were started by cranking a handle. As the engine sparked to life, the operator had to let go of the handle smartly because the crank handle now propelled by the engine could cause a nasty accident. So now we're getting into Anna's backstory. For those of you who remember, Anna was the badass who basically saved all of our characters' lives. Need a valve handle for the water. Oh, your radiator overheated, didn't it? The Germans at the gate. September 1914. The German advance took them within 20 miles of Paris. The government had already fled to Bordeaux and was expecting Paris to fall. In the north, most of Belgium was occupied, but under the king's command, 75,000 soldiers kept Ypres and Yser out of German hands. Taxi to Marne. September 6th and 7th, 1914, General Gallieni requisitioned 630 Parisian taxis to transport troops rapidly to the Marne. While relatively few soldiers were actually transported, only 3% of the number of men deployed in the battle, the impact on the public was large. The event became a symbol of solidarity for the nation, and the Marne counterattack saved Paris from German occupation. Okay, we've got a wrench. Let's put this back on here. Oh my gosh. Okay. It's a triangle. Okay. Okay, why are you crying? Aww. Aww. You need this for something, apparently. What's that? Oh, the last thing. The main source of information was the newspaper before the internet happened. Radios were in their very early days based on tube technology, and television did not exist yet. On top of local and national news, a news section appeared in newspapers dedicated to the events on the front. Some newspapers were also published daily listings of POWs and war dead.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, I need a square and a triangle. Okay, now I need a triangle somehow.
What was the reason you guys going World War I again?
What's that?
What was the reason why America joined World War I again? I forgot.
Why the what had to do with what in World War I? You're coming a little muffled.
Why the United States had to join World War I?
Oh, there were a couple of reasons, but the biggest catalyst was the sinking of the Lusitania. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I know about that. The Germans, if I'm not done, U-134, if I'm not mistaken, stand with it when I was going to Britain.
Now we refill the radiator. Hop on, boys. All right. Yikes. Ow, watch it! Ah, finally. Why are you idiots moving around like that? Are you seeing this crap? Watch it!
I am.
Not exactly sure what song this is. Hey, we made
It
it
sounds
through!
It sounds like a song when someone makes a mess of something or something
September
else.
7th, 1914. Taxis drove all night. Anna was proud to help the soldiers reach the front line. When Anna arrived at her destination, she discovered the horrible truth with her own eyes.
I hate how there's more attention to World War II in Netherlands than World War One, because World War One still had a lot of influence on other countries, even when they were neutral or not involved at
World War
all.
One is arguably worse than World War II in many ways. This is going to be one of them, because this is the Battle of the Marne, one of the worst conflicts in the war.
I never heard of that. Allowed to get a recap?
No, 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 no. Hey, oh, hey, hey.
I doubt the simple drink
What
will
the-
help.
You'd be surprised. Okay,
No, 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 no. Hey, oh,
this is gonna suck, my guy.
Why did she just pull him out?
To set the leg back in place.
Oh, yeah, that hurt.
And I'm guessing that that drink she gave him was whiskey. And trust me, you would much rather not be able to feel that.
7 months
Yeah.
went by. Driven by compassion, Anna devoted herself, body and soul, to healing the wounded and the sick. Every life saved was another small victory over the war.
Yeah, don't against trench wars with everything in World War One.
I sounds like I go since
Alright.
I'm gonna be leaving soon, so I
It's
don't
alright.
No problem.
It's alright. See, shrapnel shell remnants.
Hi.
Take it easy.
So,
Shrapnel shells. A shell containing lead bullets. Depending on the settings, the shell might explode on contact with the ground, sending contents flying everywhere, or even in the air for more destructive results. This is the first war that ever used them.
hmm?
It's not bad.
Are they used what?
A mess tin with holes. Both
Which
dishes of this.
war? You continue.
No, you can continue. I'm trying to understand what you're saying because it sounds like your mic is underwater again.
Ah, that's because I'm with my grandpa again in that same room. Yeah, from the stream 2 weeks ago. But what I was gonna ask was, which war do you think was worse, World War II or One?
That depends. Honestly,
Because you said
that depends.
because
Which one's worse for the soldiers or which one was worse for the civilians? There's a difference.
how about both?
I can't say for both.
Civilians then?
Oh, easily World War II is worse for the civilians. But
Yeah,
World War
I
One is
know.
absolutely, without question, in my opinion, worse for the soldiers because of the shit they went through.
Trench wars, gas,
Yep,
especially for the
yep,
Germans
yep.
when the Wings went against them.
Yep, we've already been through all of that. Let's see. Both dishes of this mess tin have holes in them. Not hugely practical for eating, perhaps, but life-saving for one soldier. The mess tin bag was worn as a kid at kidney height. When the shell exploded, this mess tin slowed down the searing hot shrapnel in flight, which, although it wounded the soldier, made that soldier live to fight another day. Mess tins were blackened using smoke to prevent them from glistening in the sunlight. You know, because snipers are now a thing in this war.
Oh yeah, true. They were introducing that.
Yep. And this also shows what I was talking about last time. There are so many accounts of soldiers surviving shots and stuff because
Yeah.
of their pocket Bibles. They just straight up took the blow from the bullet.
Okay.
Oh god. Gory warning.
Oh, you're gonna have to cut off a limb, don't you?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I've got surgery on the thing back then you just lost limb purely.
Tallow socks. Socks soaked in refined tallow and coated with formal. The most effective way to beat the cold and damp, frostbite, and other ailments. That, at least, was what the adverts had people believe. But however effective the socks were, the soldier's best friend was always a nice, dry pair.
They're speaking French, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say because I didn't understand anything he said.
Where is it? Okay, so this is your warning. We are about to amputate a man's leg. You've been warned.
No, 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 no.
Okay, no one would want to say that sounds like fun, but this is World War One, so I can't really say that. But you just make more type of that.
I can't understand you.
Courage, Nico. Voilà, bien. Allez, courage. Va mieux.
Well, I wanted to say that sounds like fun, but I just remembered it was World War One, so can't really say that now, can I?
I can't even understand you. Again, your mic is underwater.
I said I wanted to make a joke there by saying that sounds like fun, but then I remembered it was World War One.
Yeah, amputation in World War One. The only anesthetic you're getting is whiskey. Good luck.
Yeah.
Alright.
I mean, at least you get a free drink though, so
Yeah, but you're losing your leg, so. The Hecatomb. The first 3 months of the war saw especially heavy losses. August 22nd, 1914 was the bloodiest day of the whole war. With heavy casualties, the numbers of wounded were far greater than had been anticipated, and the military health services struggled to cope with the scale of the conflict.
which conflict?
Hecatomb, I think. Ah, nurses. The Great Wars are where nurses gained a lot of recognition. Before these wars, nurses were basically seen as assistants and weren't given much attention. But by God, after these wars, the soldiers sure as hell appreciated these angels. Nurses were the angels of the Great War and were generally volunteers recruited by the Red Cross. The Army or the American ambulances to work long, grueling shifts in hospitals both at the front and behind the lines. They played the role of carers, mothers, and confidants. They were often featured in soldiers' memoirs and were sometimes their sole companion in death. The majority were demobilized at the end of the hostilities. People don't give enough recognition to nurses.
Damn.
We're gonna keep that saw. I need to figure out how to use that. Okay.
Something that still surprises me is that we're technically living in the age after all the war. That's still insane to think.
What's
Like-
insane to you?
Well, so in my history books for school, it says that basically the world wars were from like the 1900s to the 1950s, which is correct when you think about it. And in the 1950s, just basically like television and all that stuff. And all of that timeline are still in the age of television and stuff for my history books.
You're completely coming in garbled, man. I can't understand you.
Is this better?
A little, yeah.
Okay, what I was saying was, in my history books, we basically have like a timeline of events in the world. And so World War in that one is from the 1900s to the 1950s, because World War I happens in the 1910s and World War II
Yeah.
late 1930s, because the war originally started in 1939 with Poland. But a lot of people just ignore that, especially in the Netherlands, where the war started in 1940. But basically, from the 1950s, we basically got television and all that stuff in the Cold War.
Yep. We've been in this constant state of war for a long time. I don't think around the world there's been a single day of total peace for, God, it must be at least a century.
Almost, if we were
Probably-
to count it in the 1950s, that would be almost 75 years, almost 3 quarters of the whole century.
Yeah. And here's the thing. Even before that, there were wars. The
Yeah,
entire
true, but-
world hasn't been in a state of peace for centuries. At least a century. Anyways,
Indeed.
letter from a Prussian soldier. Because remember, back in this time, Prussia, Austria, and all the German Confederates haven't consolidated yet. This is still... Germany is still known as Prussia. With that in mind...
I never knew that.
Letter from a Prussian soldier. My dear daughter, we are making headway through the French countryside. The landscape is beautiful. I'd much rather be enjoying it with you than killing people. I think of you all the time. Your father, Wolfgang. Okay.
That's a common German last name or first name. But that's still crazy to think that we still live in technically times of war when you think about it. Like we currently have 2 wars going on at the moment. One only having a peace treaty at the moment for 2 days now. That's just so crazy to think when you look back at the history of
You're coming in garbled again. I
I
can't understand you at all.
This better?
Yes.
Okay. Like, just when you look back at the 20th century and now, that we still live in basically the age that started in the in like the 1950s.
You're, again, dude.
Oh my god. Wouldn't this phone just be stable for once? For crying out loud? Well, I am in a room with a lot of echo, so that kind of sucks.
Nurse's manual. The war effort suddenly required a larger medical corps. There were not enough qualified personnel, so manuals were published and distributed to help volunteers train. The manuals provided a whole host of practical situations and solutions to logistical and medical problems at the front, such as how to make a splint or stretcher using rifles and straps.
Has there been a mention yet of the HMHS Britannic?
Nope,
Not yet, okay.
that hasn't happened yet.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're starting 1914. That's still 2 years away.
Yep. Okay, now I get
You
the water.
Do you guys about World War One actually learn about that event in World
Actually,
War One?
no. I did not learn about that in school.
How did you learn about it then?
YouTube.
Yeah, fair enough. I learned it because in
Because you're from Welsh.
No, I learned about it because I once held a presentation about the Titanic, through which I learned it actually had two sister ships, the Olympic and Britannic.
Yep. Okay,
Olympic
so
was special, even though it was the first one and technically the worst one, but it survived the longest out of the three.
Yep.
1911 to 1935 before it got deemed to be scrapped.
For a long time, the sinking of the Britannic was thought to be a torpedo, but no, it was confirmed to be a war mine.
Yeah, a mine warning. A lot of people call that.
Yep.
Although that would wait. It's a war crime, correct, to shoot a
It is
medic
a war crime.
in-
It is a war crime to shoot a civilian ship. However, there were other factors involved. For example, the Britannic was confirmed to be carrying supplies for the war, so it did make it a legitimate military target. On the other hand, the Germans didn't exactly target and shoot the Britannic. The Britannic just ran into a mine. There's a
Yep.
difference.
Sure.
Okay. I don't know
Is
what I
she
just
trying
did.
I think she's trying to, wound her foot back in place.
I don't know what she's trying to heal right now. Ah, broken arm. Okay.
Told ya. I wonder if he's going to mention the defense of the Britannic. That's what I question.
I don't know if it will.
Because the Britannic worked as a hospital ship, I remember that. And also, like you said, carried stuff for the war.
A lice comb. Ah, yes. Disease wasn't the only thing the soldiers had to worry about in the trenches. Lice were rampant, and it made life in the trenches absolutely miserable. If you didn't die, it wasn't a good time. In their journals, soldiers often recount their losing war against lice and rats in the trenches. Apart from lice powder, the only other prevention against lice was this fine-toothed comb. Often when soldiers took leave behind the lines, they were scrubbed down with hot water, their clothing boiled, or a new uniform was completely issued. That's how bad it was. They had to get entirely new uniforms.
Are you just gonna turn a cross from that church into a brace?
Nope, I'm gonna turn this cross from a church into a tombstone.
Oh.
And if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna borrow this.
People gonna know how to walk.
Hey, what's going on, Derp? Or would you prefer Lucky? Either way, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining us. Okay, now something tells me I'm going to need that bandage that's in here. Or not. Where the hell did I put it? Oh no, I gave it to the other guy. Right.
Just go check out. Oh, down there. Oh, he's buried underneath the rubble.
He's a German soldier.
Aren't medics supposed to be on both sides to help them?
That's correct, which is why we're doing this.
Is that still something in the current day or not anymore?
I don't know. Ooh,
No, we have those
that
bullets.
French officers were talking about Belgium. The German army was about to experiment with a new weapon near Ypres, Anna's hometown.
Uh-oh.
Anna got en route to warn her father about the imminent danger. Reaching the outskirts of the city, Anna was greeted by the screams of sirens. The deadly gas was
Pretty
already
unfortunate that Belgium was involved in
I
the
didn't
war,
know this
because
was a thing. I didn't know that Ypres was hit by a gas attack. Oh, this is
Gas
not going to be
attack?
good. Dubbed wipers by British troops due to the difficult pronunciation. The Belgian town of Ypres was a key strategic position during the war, a hub for road, rail, and canal networks. It became the target for sustained bombing from 1914 to 1915. The Germans even used chemical warfare on the town. By the end of the war, the majestic cathedral and town center were nothing but ruins.
Isn't chemical warfare a war crime?
It is now.
Wait, back then it wasn't?
Nope. I don't think so.
Damn, World War One and Two are something different.
Yeah. World War One was basically the war where everyone said, okay, we need to stop this and make sure everybody knows what is and isn't allowed in war. Because everybody, because everybody on both sides did really bad shit. And I do mean everybody.
Even the Americans?
Even the Americans.
What the fuck did they do then?
Have you ever heard of the adage of a shotgun being called a war crime stick?
No.
The Germans were so offended and affronted by the trench shotgun, that they tried to get it banned.
Oh.
Emphasis on tried. They failed. But from that point on, the Americans made fun of it by calling it a war crime stick. And I'm almost certain that the Americans did other atrocities during the wars.
I wasn't surprised.
I just don't know about them. Okay, technology at work. In the wake of technological advances of the earliest 20th century, the vast scope of this industrialized war brought developments in all fields: aircraft, submarines, dirigibles, tanks. Great progress was made in the fields of medicine, surgery, hygiene, radiology as well. Thanks to Marie Curie's work, it took thousands of x-rays of the wounded.
Planes were also introduced.
Yeah, that's another reason why the war happened. Everyone had all this new fancy stuff that they wanted to show off, and they were looking for an excuse to use it.
Okay, why do I have to spinning this good perfectly falling in line with Central Armstrong's work from your item? I want to make this an item bit about.
I don't know, man, because you're mumbling again.
I said with the stuff you said about that, it reminds me a bit of some stuff.
I can't hear you, dude.
Can you hear me like this?
Yes.
That stuff with like want to sell new stuff. It reminds me of some lines from Central Armstrong from No You Rising. I won't tell you anything because we don't into it. I know.
I only heard that this reminds you of something, then mumble, 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 mumble.
No You Rising, all the characters from the game with his ideology reminds me of that.
Characters from the game that remind you of what?
No You Rising Revengeance
Ah.
with one of the characters.
You
I
gotta
can
remember,
just...
these are all civilian.
Well, she just flat out died.
No, she's out cold. I can still save her.
But it, oh, there we go, that's rude. She'll probably find some rubble first to break the window. Oh, a paper.
It's a letter from a Scottish soldier. Hello,
Wait, a
pal.
Scottish?
I'm in the town of Ypres in Belgium. A pretty wee town that must have been broad before the war. The beer too any bad. I'd much rather be drowning ale with you, little boy. I'm off to the front in 2 days. Take care of yourself and say how do to the family. John McCormick. I am sorry for the worst Scottish accent you've ever heard.
I know.
Okay, alright.
Time for CPR. Wait, that is called CPR, correct?
Yeah, chest compressions. A wooden top.
Are those predecessors of Beyblades?
Wooden tops with a string, common toy for the age. During the war, toys gradually became more war-based. Through board games, children could fight out famous battles, while other items ridiculed the enemy. After the war, toys and games became more pacifist once more. And no, this concept of using a string to spin a top has been around for centuries. People have been letting it rip for a long time.
I believe you on that.
Aw, that's sweet.
Are they wearing masks against the toxic fumes?
I know the girl is. I can't tell about the mother. But even then, modern gas masks. Well, I'm sure you know how bad it is. Don't go that way, there's death.
Oh, that's a horse. Well, that's certainly something. I think
I do not feel comfortable being in this place. I think it's gonna collapse.
Same. I was about to say.
I need to get down there. I've got an idea. Whoa. Okay, so here's my idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop the church bell.
Oh, well, that's a great idea. I don't trust this. Nothing more. I can only imagine how terrified she would be from walking there. You can walk further up there. No. Oh. There's signals there. Wait.
I like to point out how strong Anna is for being able to do that.
I did agree with you there.
Okay, get ready for a loud one.
I know. Now we just have to hope it didn't crush the people inside there.
Nah, they're fine. They probably heard the bell and moved far enough away from it. See? Alright, get out of there.
Also, I'm pretty confused you just let that one guy die there.
I'm going after him. I need to find a way to get rid of the gas. That works.
I'm not that simple in real life. Help the poor fella.
Okay, here we go. Okay, time to set your leg in place.
Ok. Voilà, viens. Va mieux. Courage, Nebo.
Wait, does that mean Anna either speaks French or the Dutch version, or either Dutch Belgian?
Anna is Belgian. Anna is absolutely from Belgium.
Yeah, that would mean she would either talk the version of French that Belgium uses or the version of Dutch Belgium uses.
I don't know. The knob is all that remains of this walking stick. The stick has been carefully sculpted as a souvenir of the trenches. Unfortunately, a broken walking stick is of no use to anyone. Lies, it is useful as firewood.
You do know, right? It's supposed to help the soldier and not help create fire, which could give away your position at night, correct?
It's still a use. Okay, let's keep moving. Just look at the devastation of this place. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Run!
Okay, I guess we're not going back. It's not like the gas is coming this way, is it?
I don't think it is.
Nah, it's not. Okay, we got a little
Imagine
time.
if it did.
If it did, then I'd be in trouble, because... Oh. Let's not give the game any ideas.
Save our soul.
Someone needs help. Really? I need a key? Okay. In that case... How do I get up there? Oh, good, another artifact. A bedpan. Latrines were generally housed outside in the yard in homes of all social classes, so during the night, bedpans were used in well-to-do households. Oh! Oh, okay. It's a piss. It's a piss bucket.
Ah, okay.
Aha!
I mean, I do agree with your point that World War II for civilians was worse than World War One. Especially if you had a religion.
I don't know which war is worse, man. It depends on who you ask.
I mean, you did say for the civilians it was worse than two.
Again, that's only my opinion.
But why do you think that, if I may ask?
Oh, this is a camera. Huh. So it's binoculars combined with the camera. Okay. Is that really all that was in here? Come on.
Well, that's a shame.
Okay, so how do I get to the lady?
Good question. One I don't know.
Hold on, I forgot to change this to all messages. There we go.
Hmm?
Okay. Now I'm confused.
Yeah, same question. Oh.
Oh, there we go.
But now we left that lady alone to die.
No, I didn't. I'm looking for a way to get to her. What?
You have to put in the code.
Oh god, there's a code. Okay,
I think you're supposed to look at
it's the
those paintings.
paintings. So it's
One. 4, 6?
Yeah, 468. Let's try that.
Are you sure it's just a 3-digit code?
It's either 468 or 498.
Give me random numbers. Try 4 first. That's 6. No, try.
Told ya!
I'll be damned.
What's this? Battle plans.
I don't trust this.
That's a Zeppelin.
Then the Germans use those?
It's a chemical formula. Hold on. That's hydrochloric acid!
Nitrochloric acid?
Description of what happens to soldiers' lungs when they inhale chlorine gas. The gas reacts with the water in the lungs to produce hydrochloric acid. That's why chlorine gas is so dangerous.
I never heard of that. For what is it used?
Chlorine gas?
Yes.
World War I was the first time it was used.
Wait, that's the gas the Germans used?
Yep.
And it just makes you have burn marks on the inside of your lungs.
Oh, it does far more than just burn your lungs. Uh-oh.
That doesn't do more. Uh-oh.
Okay, I need to get in there right now.
Yeah, but how?
I don't know. Time to find out.
Oh?
What is that? Oh, it's a hand grenade!
Wait a second. Did you use that?
I know exactly what to do here.
I think you're supposed to use it on that wall.
Yep, I'm gonna go blow up the wall.
Wait, what? Huh?
This should be good enough.
Right, that doesn't make sense. The fuck?
Nothing.
Headache 2.
Okay.
Note for update 240.3.
Okay, in that case, the only thing I can think of is to blow a hole through the roof. Or maybe... Oh, I know what to do. Oh, I'm an idiot.
And what's that?
I need to go blow up the bomb. It'll make sense in just a second. Yay!
I got it, man.
Perfect throw.
Okay, how the fuck does it make the clear, the staircase on the bottom also clear?
Because grenade.
Time to get going.
Voilà. Courage, Nebo. Voilà, tiens. Allez. Va mieux?
The governess revealed to her that her father, an eminent scientist, had been kidnapped by Baron Von Dorf, who was eager to use scientific advances in warfare. Anna set out in pursuit of the Baron and encountered Emile and Freddy. Destiny brought them together. They had survived the enemy's wrath, their gunfire, bombardments, gas attacks.
Right.
And now we brought down the enemy airship.
Now, with her father within reach, Anna wasn't going to let him slip away.
Yes, but that thing is crashing. He might be dead.
C'est bien. Oui, bon chien. Bon chien.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's a stealth section, even though I'm an ally. The Virgin Mary statuette. A case containing a statuette of the Virgin Mary, another example of trench art. To overcome their boredom, soldiers would set to work transforming anything that came into hand. Unexploded ammunition, empty cartridges, shell debris. They were all turned into day-to-day items and put to a more pacifist use. That's neat.
At least they had something to do through that hell.
The life and death of the Zeppelin. The Zeppelin was effective at the start of the war, and in 1915, London suffered over 50 Zeppelin raids before the Royal Naval Air Service intervened. The craft's weak spot was obviously the hydrogen-filled balloon. Hydrogen is lighter than air, hence its value to aviation, but it's also highly flammable, and the slightest spark would send the craft plummeting spectacularly to the ground in a ball of flames and explosions. Of the
Well, that just means
Of the 92 Zeppelins that were ever used in war, 68 of them were destroyed.
doesn't that just mean a simple man with a gun like a 1911 could just make that Zeppelin go down immediately?
Yeah, That's how explosive hydrogen is.
That's a very flawed design then.
Yep, but it's all they had at the time. Plus, airships are cool.
Yeah.
Facial
Yeah, that's
disfiguration. Yikes. By 1918, there were 20 million war wounded, all countries included. Roughly 70% of injuries came from shrapnel and only 1% of them came from bayonets. Facial injuries could result in having a jaw, nose, or eyes removed, but progress in surgery saved and patched up many victims of facial disfigurement and amputation, of which there were 200,000 post-war.
Ish.
Vas-y. Non.
This might hurt a bit.
Voilà, c'est Voilà. Allez, courage. Courage, Nebo.
This is gonna hurt a lot, buddy.
Well, we're gonna take out shrapnel, don't we?
Shrapnel or a bullet, whichever, it hurts like hell.
Danke.
Albert.
Now, where is...
Quellgatte.
Good.
Shit. I thought he was gonna shoot him.
He might have, but he surrendered.
Yeah, you're not allowed to fire at surrounding forces, are you?
Look at the aftermath.
Wasn't there also a great incident with Zeppelin where a lot of people died?
Oh, shit!
Oh, fuck.
Okay, we need to get to him ASAP because he's important. Go, 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 go. Letter from a soldier. Rhymes, 14th June 1915. Dear Emma, we are on the retreat. Our position is untenable. Don't worry, I'm still in good health. We are going to leave Rhymes for the enemy. To the enemy. Rhymes is a beautiful city. I hope all is well at home, and you are taking good care of our parents. I hope the prisoners are working properly for you. See you soon, Siegfried.
The fuck? Why did he say property for you?
Oh. I got an idea.
Oui, bon chien.
Yeah, I figured. Okay. I know what I need to do. I need to have the dog go and get it. Come on. Yeah, okay.
Doggo.
Bon chien.
No. You were supposed to stay there.
Can that foolish dog just get on there?
Don't talk shit about the dog. The dog's a hero.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop me from naming him a fool. No, it's like me a chance of way that thing.
C'est bien.
That's ammo.
You're right there. Go get it.
It's a dog!
Oh, okay. Good dog.
Good little doggo.
Oui, bon chien.
I just didn't know how to use him.
Alright, now time to learn that. Now time to shake that guy.
Yep. Okay, we need to get up there to help him.
I can only imagine that excruciating pain is in.
That's a
That's a
Mauser.
broken Hugo.
I believe that's a broken Mauser C96. No, well, P08 pistol, designed for German artillerymen. The P means parabellum, which refers to its 9mm ammunition. The word parabellum comes from the Latin si vi pacem parabellum. If you want peace, get ready for war.
That's not untrue. Oh god, I just realized that's a weapons to be around.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Let's go start with my swear along.
Well, va chercher.
Get it, Walt. Good boy.
Bon chien.
Oh, a pencil.
What's that?
A dart. These darts were dropped onto trenches from zeppelins or aircraft. Due to the velocity on impact, their heavy tips were capable of piercing through anything between them and the ground, including helmets and soldiers' skulls. Yeah, before bombs, they just dropped those all over the place.
I mean, that's a good. I mean, man, we'll probably also talk about head because of
Bullseye!
is the most important part of the human body besides the heart.
Eh oh!
Oh, good boy!
Good little dog.
Allez, courage. Oh. Voilà, courage, Nico. Voilà.
There we go. One more.
Allez, courage. Voilà, Sia. Courage, Nico. Regarde, papa.
T'as envie. Il est à mettre.
Oh, god damn it!
Wait, what?
Car, tiens bon.
Ugh.
Allez, va. Va.
You're telling me you're gonna play some of those things?
Yep. That's how big they are. That's how big they are.
Uh-oh. Oh, he's fine.
What's the worst that could happen with me stepping in this river?
I don't know. Oh, and then you're supposed to with the dog hold it on level.
Good boy.
Oh,
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
bomb.
Hey, whoa, go now.
What did you say?
What? I need one. What? Whoa.
Why would we trust a dog with a bomb?
I don't know.
Let's get the close little dog.
Aren't you supposed to explode?
I think you're thrown wrong.
Well, shit. Oh well.
Get away, boy. Psst. Hey, hey, allez, vas-y.
Why does that soldier not question the dog taking
I
bombs?
don't know.
Isn't it blind or something?
Okay, you were supposed to explode 110%.
Whoa, shoot. What? I need one. I need. Keep it up. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I need to nail the fireball?
Oh no, they logged it away. Oh no, never mind.
Okay, what the hell?
She has a little opening. Like this.
Go, get out.
I'm trying to... What is it?
What?
You see the place where in between the dynamite is where what you say is supposed to explode?
Nope, I don't see... I can't even hear you.
I need we.
Don't fucking. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Good boy.
See where that dynamite? Oh, okay, that thing just despawned. The dynamite where you talked about where it was supposed to explode, the one you said. Yeah, it's right there. I think nope. I think you get the idea what I'm trying to say when you in between there.
I'm just trying to figure out why it's not exploding, my
I
guy.
need one. Whoa. Oh, good boy.
I have a feeling I'm doing this very, very wrong, but at this point, I can't think of anything else. Oh, got it! Got it!
There we go. Kablam! And how the hell did that children on top of it?
I don't know. I'm not gonna question it.
Aren't you supposed to be able to spin the other path for the other guy?
Hey, whoa. Allez, vas-y.
Sorry about
Well,
that.
he's not bad. He's sleeping for a while. I doubt that he's even a knife.
Merci, mon ami.
He's finishing movie.
Yes, thank you, my friend. Oh, that's not precarious at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go out there if I were you. Well, there's TNT again, so you're supposed to do something like that.
Yeah, but I'm not going anywhere near that propeller.
Yeah, unless you want your head chopped off. That's for certain. Does that say 1870?
Oh, I get it. Okay, I thought that was a statue. Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, now I'm lost.
Allez, vas-y.
Uh-oh. Good boy. Alright. Perfect! There's a taxi. So we're getting closer.
Ça va aller, allez. Emile? Non!
Victory had a bittersweet taste for Anna. Carl, seriously wounded, had been sent to a POW camp. Anna's father had disappeared with Baron Von Dorf, and Emile was court-martialed for desertion. Cited for his bravery in Reims, Emile was fortunately pardoned and set free. Free to go back to the front.
That's just how things worked in war.
February 21st, 1916. Winter had descended on the front. After joining back up with the army, Emile and Freddie were stationed near Verdun, suffering like many others from the harsh winter. That morning, the arrival of the mail raised spirits, but Marie's letter did not bring good news. In Saint-Miel, food was scarce, disease was rife, and the number of dead was growing. Out of this grim news, however, there was one ray of light. A photo of his grandson, Victor,
Aww.
standing on both feet and learning to walk.
Mets la main là-haut. Tourne le jumeau.
Don't worry, Fred.
Welcome to Verdun, the longest battle of the war. Feeding soldiers at the front. Supplying millions of men in the front with enough food was a logistical nightmare. An army can only march on its stomach. The diet was mainly composed of bread, rice, soup, and sometimes meat and dried vegetables if you were lucky. Food parcels from home were ambrosia for the troops. British soldiers had a ration of a pint of wine and a third of a pint of rum every day. One of soldiers' fatigue duties was to go behind the lines with containers to fetch their company's rations. Sometimes food did not reach the front line, and infantrymen would go days without food and drink. It's amazing all these people put up with this crap. 18 months later. In over 18 months of combat, the front barely moved as each side dug in and tried to claw back enemy positions. The war of attrition turned 1915 into the bloodiest year, and civilians became hugely affected too. By late 1915, shortfalls in human and food resources began to make themselves felt, while ammunition shortages were especially problematic. The barbed wire. Invented in 1874, barbed wire was already a common feature of trench protection in battle. But with the Great War's onus of trench warfare, it became widespread. Thousands of tons were deployed in no man's land. Both sides sought tools and strategies to overcome barbed wire, such as grappling irons and wire cutters. Intensive bombardment was deemed to be most effective, though, and the tactic became widespread. Dead soldiers putrefying on barbed wire remains one of the enduring images of the war, a powerful symbol of its violence. Verdun. Triggered by the Germans at dawn of February 21st in the aim of penetrating Allied lines, the battle lasted 300 days. That's 300 days of constant fire, artillery, charges, and a nightmare. Some key positions changed hands several times before the French finally prevailed. The battle produced the highest concentration of casualties, with 600,000 killed over 61 square miles.
300 motherfucking days!
Basically, one death for every 300 square yards. One death for every 3 square football fields. And yes, 300 days.
I thought World War II was bad.
Yeah, people forget how bad World War I was.
I'm regretting my words I have to myself.
Oh, this is interesting. Military decorations. Britain had 6 war medals, the most issued of which were the British War Medal, the Victory Medal, the 1914 to 1915 Star, and the 1914 Star. 6.6 million British War Medals were issued, 5.7 million Victory Medals, 2 million 1914-15 stars, and 365,000 1914 stars. A combination of the Star, Victory Medal, and War Medal was fairly commonplace over 2.5 million trios were issued, and had earned the nickname Pip, Squeak, and Wilfred. After I'm sorry, folks. They earned the nickname Pip, Squeak, and Wilfred after the popular cartoon characters in the Daily Mirror: a dog, a penguin, and a rabbit.
The Daily Mirror.
It was an old newspaper, I think. So yeah. Basically, now we're back in the front lines and we're done. The longest and one of the bloodiest battles in the war. tobacco case. Tobacco case is made from a shell casing. Empty munitions were often recycled. Some exploded shell materials were already aesthetically interesting. Otherwise, soldiers would rework their finds to create handy items. Tobacco was precious, so soldiers were eager to keep it dry. Many accounts from the trenches express soldiers' appreciation of the Christmas cigar, a special festive treat for the troops.
Les fumants.
Okay, so he wants a sock for ink. That's a fair trade in my book. Let's go find a sock. Okay, I can't poke my head over the line. Good. Oh, playing cards! Days in the trenches were long, and to overcome the boredom, soldiers would play cards, read, write, create objects from anything they could find. The Germans played scat, the French manille, and the Allies brag or pontoon, amongst others. Oh, there's a sock. Sure, why not? Let's go get that inkwell. There, now we have a clean sock.
Pas de grain pour toi, le bigorneau.
So what is the character you're currently playing, sir?
He's a Frenchman.
Yes, but let's say which one? Is he a mechanic or something in the war? That's what I mean. Like what the role is.
I'm sorry, man. You went garbled in the last part.
What kind of troop is he? That's what I'm asking.
Oh, I have no idea. There, now we have a dry sock as well. Here's your sock. Thank you.
Here's your sock, young mate. Okay, that's probably the worst British accent I've ever did, and now you can just take out of context with how that sound is.
Here's your sock, you Mick. Alright.
Just think how the fuck.
Now I just need a feather. Now I just need a feather, and to do that, I'm gonna need food. At least bird food of some kind.
You're gonna need a what?
Vas-y.
Shit.
Pas de brignol pour toi, le bigorneau.
You wanna have a cup of coffee?
Fair trade. Thank you for the feather, birdie.
In the Dutch Third World War, because we don't really teach a lot about it.
His condition is stable. He is still in the prisoner camp south of Reims. I hope to finally get permission to visit him. Thank you for the photo. It means so much.
Oh.
Well, that went south quick.
Gotta go, gotta go. Move your ass.
No.
Okay, we'll be safer in here.
Well, now if it collapses, then I suggest you still move.
Fair enough.
On bouge pas.
Oh. Yeah, they're dead.
Uh-oh. No, 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 no! Uh-oh. Nope, nope, nope. Do not stay here. Do not stay here.
Get the fuck out of here.
Ah, crap.
Move, motherfucker, move.
Move your ass. The last thing you want to be is here when those things get through the ceiling.
Yep.
Okay, this should be safer.
I agree.
This is a whistle of some kind. Officers were issued with the whistles to signal the soldiers when to charge. The sound of the whistle became synonymous with a journey into the unknown, when soldiers surged out of the trenches and into no man's land. Oh, that's a grenade. Why didn't you explode?
I know.
Well, at least we're safe.
Don't jinx it.
A letter from a Tunisian soldier. Yes, Tunisia! Dear father, dear family, I am cold. The land we are defending is frozen and covered in snow. The ground is so iced up, it is harder than rock. We cannot dig. The cold is so intense that my hands are burning. I hope everything is fine back in the village and you're still recovering, receiving half my pay. Tell me if you aren't, Ahmed. Oh, I know what to do here. Behold, as we turn this cart full of shells into a battering ram.
That doesn't
That should set those off. Oh, hold up, hold up. You gotta be kidding me. Tell me one of these idiots had a grenade. No, then I'm gonna have to go back and grab one. Up 2, 3, 4, up 2, up 2. Oh, really? Okay. One. Two. Wait for it. Bombs. Uh-oh. Time to run. Ooh. That does not sound pleasant. Those are some big cannons. Locked. Oh, I see. We're gonna use our own artillery to counterattack.
C'est bien, c'est bien.
What?
Let's see here.
Rebel up! What?
Walt, go get those.
We.
Good dog. Let's roll. Are you serious?
What? We both.
That should do it. There we go. Come on, you can do this. Okay, let's see here. Okay, right of the windmill and above the dead trees. Let's see, windmill. There you are. Is there more than one windmill?
Emile's precision cannon firing enabled Freddy and his regiment to reach the rear line unharmed.
Awesome. First shot, too.
Bravo, Freddy! Bill, thank you very much, my friend.
The military hierarchy heard of their feats in battle and decided to decorate the two friends for their bravery. Emile received good news from Anna. Carl was recovering nicely. He was even walking again. Meanwhile, the battle for Verdun only grew longer and bloodier. The death toll was staggering. 70,000 per month. Almost one Frenchman and one German
That's a lot.
every minute. And it went on for 10 months, day and night.
The official number is
May 8,
303.
1916, Emile's squad was sent on a mission to take back Fort Douaumont, a strategic point in the German defense.
Hey, at least Emile is getting recognized for his bravery. Aye, aye, sir. Let's roll, boys. Look at this place. In that case, is there anything under here? Oh, really? Alright. Crap. Again, I fell for it. The French Army Trench Shovel. Shovel was too short to be of any real use in digging trenches, but they sharpened the blade to turn it into a weapon more effective than a bayonet. That's where the term entrenching tool comes from. Nope, no, up. I said up. The game won't let me go up. I don't understand. Okay, I need to wait, otherwise that's gonna boil me alive. There we go. Now I'm through. A concert from a program behind the lines where entertainment was laid out for troops as in civilian life. Theaters and cinemas were set up to boost troop morale. There were also brothels that were regulated to prevent the spread of STDs. That's interesting. Did not know that. Bonk.
Emile! Hurry up!
Flamethrower. If I could, I would like to make that explode on contact. Okay, so how do I change this? Oh, wait. Yeah. What is that, a wooden briefcase? An empty wooden chest used as luggage by a German soldier. Suitcases were not widespread, and poorer soldiers left for war with their affairs in a knapsack or wooden crate. Well. Surely he wouldn't dare.
What?
Okay, think. Oh, I forgot. Fort Douaumont. Fort Douaumont was one of the symbols of the Battle of Verdun and was exploited by both camps for propaganda purposes. The Germans seized the fort in February 1916 before it was seized back by the Allies in October with heavy losses. In the meantime, the fort was damaged by a huge explosion which killed almost 800 Germans inside. Rather than the work of some valiant heart, the explosion was caused by a neglected stove. The ensuing fire spread to the petrol and ammunition supplies, aka boom. Flamethrowers. The Germans were the first to use the flamethrowers in an assault on the previously held positions in July 1915. Although the attack was expected, the use of the weapon came as a shock and caused a large number of casualties. Its psychological impact was huge, but British troops soon learned to cope with the slow-moving operatives, lugging heavy equipment, and did not adopt the weapon themselves. The Flammenwerfer. How do I... Oh, wait a minute. I've got an idea. What if... Hear me out on this. What if I get this guy to set this stuff on fire? Going down. Thank you for your hard work. This should do it. And you are dead.
Rip.
I'm gonna leave PC.
Yes.
What?
I'm gonna leave PC.
Alright.
For the viewers, have a happy day.
Have a good one. Okay, turn around. A gas stove. A gas stove for warming food or heating a room. Not always the most practical heating appliance for use when trying to heat a flamethrower or fuel depot. I need a meal. Is that a wedding band? German ring. An iron ring bearing the inscription Gold gab ich für Einsen. Offered in exchange for some precious item as part of a program to finance the German war effort.
Hey, whoa!
Grab one just in case.
Whoa! Whoa! Go now! Whoa! Get away!
So far, so good. Baron Von Dorf. Uh-oh.
Go! Get out! Whoa! Shoot! Whoa! Go now!
I missed.
Hey, whoa!
How could I miss?
Whoa! Go! Get out!
Well, I hit it. I was just too quick.
Whoa! Hey, whoa! Shoot!
Bullseye.
Vorwärts, Sauhaufen! Kein Pardon! Los, 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 los!
Let's grab more dynamite before we move on. Alright, let's go. You're not getting away this time, Baron. Just gotta check for secrets, you know. Where is he?
Oh, good.
Kavime! At the Wursteln! Neben der Wursteln! Schwung ab, der Klapp!
Drop down. Oh, you can't be serious. I had that. Bullseye! Ooh, let's grab that. It's over, Baron.
Hey, thank you very much.
Oh, thank goodness.
Come, come, come!
Is that a tank? Let's go. Blueprints. For what? Anna's father's latest invention, a 4-stroke engine. That's... Okay. Good to know we're on a time limit. Gotcha. Oh. I know what to do now.
Vorwärts Marsch!
Someone please put that fuse out. Emile?
Despite the fort's partial destruction, the Germans held their position. The mission was a failure.
My darling, war has taken away a very dear friend. He was like a brother to me, and his death affects me much more than I could imagine. In happier news, Carl is safe from the trenches, and his condition improves steadily. I'll go and see him on my next leave. And what about you? How are you? Are things in Saint Miel any better?
Carl discovered things were not, in fact, any better. According to Marie's last letter, his son had fallen gravely ill. Carl had come to a decision. This war would never end. He had to escape.
With that, I think we're going to end things here. This chapter is the last chapter of the game, and I want to get it all done in one run. So, with that in mind, I think I'll see you guys tomorrow to finish off Valiant Hearts: The Great War. But until then, be sure to make an impact in someone's life today, and make it a great one. Catch you all later.